Good morning, guys. Today we will be talking about one of the newer systems included in Epic 7, wherein you are able to add certain stats and certain effects for a group of 5 of your, you know, characters, and each of that effect grants relatively good amounts of stats or breaks certain or overlaps or overwrites certain limitations such as F stance. So this system was originally made a couple weeks back to be able to affect Guild War, Arena, and RTA. With the recent player feedback, they changed it to be only exclusively to be used for PvE content, which is to say it's pretty good. However, it seems to me like some of the effects made it a little bit redundant in the end. But that being said, it is still a useful system to at least utilize for content that require a little bit more push, or you want content to be cleared quite fast, such as adventure, maybe hunts, maybe some of the Shadow Dagger content, or perhaps maybe Abyss. So you can see here there are 4 main branches that we can go through, and each of them have the icons for each of the stats they represent. This being for health, flat health to be exact, this one for crit damage, which is 2%, and this for attack, flat attack. And if you check in each of the end of the branches, you'll see an epic node. For this one, it increases crit damage cap from 350 to 400%, which is not bad, but there are some branches or nodes here that you probably should consider a little bit more. So let's look through some of the end branches. Starting here in the left one, Onslaught, like I've said before, your originally crit damage scales up to only 350, and with this it becomes 400%. Here on the epic top branch, it's epic swiftness, so final speed is increased by 3. So final speed is like, for the formula of computing speed, you just add a +3. It's that simple, nothing too complex. This isn't affected by speed set, so that's what it means being additive. So if you have a final speed of 290, let's say it becomes 293, and that is already considering the speed set, for example. Quite simple, quite straightforward. Here in the bottom half, this is called Iron Wall, which when attacked grants 5% damage reduction. Straightforward, and you know who this is catered for. Lastly, this one, Epic Insight, the maximum applicable effectiveness chance can exceed 90. This is pretty good, or I'd say I think one of the best ones if you're just exclusively thinking about PvE settings. Okay, now that we got this out of the way, there are some mechanics that I'll talk about here. As you can see in the left hand side, this currency right here, you can purchase this via the shop right now, which is you can get it from the milestone of Radiant shop. If you click here, you see here faint mana crystal. You probably want to purchase this if you can after you purchase the more important things like the Moonlight Selector here, and then perhaps the speed ring over here, or maybe you want to purchase the Astrarium over here, for example. So that's just one of the ways to get more of that currency. Another way is by increasing your soul rank. I believe on soul rank 10 you'll be able to get a lot of these. Next is that for each imprint circuits, you can see there's like 2 groups here. Take off, and then this one is not unlockable until you get this material over here. So with that being said, how you want to approach this is having 2 sets. For me, I was following a guide. I'll put an image over here, and what happens is that we can route stats such that we can optimally at least achieve some desired effects. Like right now, I'm opting towards building a more aggressive tree. So you see me taking like crit damage, flat attacks, and then eventually I might consider patting towards. After getting all the stats here, I'll consider patting towards here, Epic Insight, so that I'll be able to get the effectiveness chance can exceed 90. So this is really good to at least slightly mitigate the hit chance not applying or the debuffs not applying to the enemies for the PvE content. So that's something to consider a lot. The next consideration I'll do is, if you can see in the image right here, thank you for the Reddit poster about this. This is such a good inspiration. I would be probably doing the same thing. It's either I get all of the HP stuff and then going for this as well, because a lot of the tanks that you have sometimes deal like death breaks, or some of the tanks that you rely on, for example, like the goated character of PvE, Mr. Knight himself, Brig, you'd probably want him to do the death break for the enemies. So that's a good consideration to have, is that either you pick this one, Iron Wall, or you pick this one as well for Insight. So for both of the circuits that I'm trying to consider, it would just be simply going for one for the DPS route and the other being either your tank or the port route. And then both of which I'll probably be just taking Epic Insight. And that's pretty much it. It's quite a good system initially. It had the intention of being able to buff characters that were not being used frequently. However, it being able to affect all of the characters made it a little hard to be acceptable in the general populace of epicseven's community. Right now, it doesn't provide too much, to be frank, and certainly there's still room for improvement, wherein instead of going through this, we could have went for a more QOL route, like for example pets granting more effects, drops, more gold chance, more charms maybe. But for now, since this system is already being implemented and has been considered for changes, probably if we give him enough feedback. But for now, these are just my suggestions. Separate the two trees into both DPS and your tank respectively, and consider just picking up Epic Insight. Do take note that this is exclusively just for PvE, and that's the reasoning, or at least the rationale why I picked this kind of tree. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.